And welcome,
Very
everybody,
strong.
to another exciting episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, where we drink lots of tea and have a good time. So we're glad that you're here joining us tonight. My name is Michael. I'll be your Dungeon Master for the evening. I am joined by all my wonderful and amazing players tonight as we continue our trek through this amazing adventure. I do want to thank our sponsors, Cardboard Castle Games and Little Dragon Corp, for all their support. You can type in !CCG or !Little Dragon in our Twitch chat to get quick links to their websites. You can purchase some cool RPG-related gear and other merchandise, as featured right there. There's a Cardboard Castle hat. Look at that. Looks marvelous. Thank you, David. So go ahead and check them out. Don't forget you can use the coupon code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order with Little Dragon Corp. I will preface tonight's episode saying to all of our Twitch friends and YouTube friends that I'm feeling a little bit under the weather this evening, so I am going to do the best that I can. I promised these wonderful folks a game, and by golly, I'm going to give them a game, because that's the kind of person I am. So we're going to tough it out and roll through, and I will do my best to try to make it as engaging and fun for everybody that I can. So thank you. That was like a golf clap.
It was.
I'm impressed.
That's what we had.
Is that? Is it?
Wait, hold on. I know what'll make Michael feel better.
I don't. Oh no. That did the trick. Thank you. I feel bad I didn't have a hat to like do the tip of the cap when you guys golf clap me. That's what you're supposed to do, I guess. It's golf
You got
etiquette.
headphones, right?
Yeah, dude, tip of the headphone. There you go. Well, we are going to dive into tonight's episode as our party continues within Death House. The last time the group confronted a group of cultists engaged in some kind of dark ritual here within the lower levels of the basement of Death House. A demon was summoned, a very terrifying demon that you guys annihilated in one round. Wasn't very terrifying, I guess, in the long run. And then you guys, I think Hazel froze half of the cultists to death. You scared them to death, and they started shouting things at you, and then a dark, eerie presence and feeling started to come over the entire place. And you guys started to make your way out. Oh! Obtaining the next piece of the rod that was part of the ritual. I believe Forrest grabbed that, or handed it over to Hazel. Has it now. You guys took a short rest, got into a little scuffle with some animated armor in the current chamber that you're in, and with the party's abilities to pick locks and break chests open. You guys have successfully robbed all of the chests in this area, this kind of bunk space for the cult. And that's where we pick up. So I'm going to shift ping to make sure everybody's all good with where they are. You guys have just finished that little skirmish as Forrest sent the last one into shards of metal across the room. What would you guys like to do?
I imagine the armor's not remotely salvageable at this point.
No. You guys did quite a number on that armor.
Was it worth anything before we beat it to heck?
Yeah, it's plate armor. Plate armor's worth quite a lot.
Have to make it into a puzzle, put it back together, or is it just like disintegrated?
Especially that last one, like Forrest drove the sunblade into its chest, and it did the whole lightsaber thing where the metal starts to glow and then exploded throughout the room.
So it's dust.
Just have a hard time holding back sometimes.
It happens.
Perhaps it's time to leave? Quickly?
I was trying to find a quick way out of here. That's how we got to this point.
I'm sorry, I
But
seem
there was
to
another
have
way.
all turned around during that fight, and I have no idea how I even got here.
I was hoping we could find another way that doesn't involve going all the way back up those stairs we snuck our way into.
Orcon, you can see that there is a hallway that leads to the north that has a set of stairs there.
Did we come down those stairs?
No, you came from these stairs down here in the bottom of the room. As you guys came up from the lower levels, Forrest discovered that there was a trap and he fell into a massive pit, which was a little ouchy for him. You guys pulled him out of the pit and then basically just turned left into this room, and as Odd was picking locks and grabbing all these personal effects, these animated suits of armor just attacked all of you.
That's more or less what happened.
Orcan gestures. Well, this set of stairs this direction seems to go up a little bit. Don't know to where, but...
Up is better than down. Up is always better than down.
Fly up to the corner.
Okay. Yeah, and as you look to the right there, you can see that it opens up into another larger chamber. You can see this area centers on a 4-foot diameter... Oh, no. Wrong one. Excuse me. There's like a wooden table in here with a couple chairs. Stand on the east end of the room, which would be the north, the way they have this map situated. There are 4 alcoves. They look like they're containing some pallets down there in those little alcoves. Looks like kind of like another makeshift living space, bunks.
Do these stairs continue up?
They do.
Oh, is there anything else in this room before we...
Yeah, actually,
anything?
Forrest, you can kind of like investigate around. You don't have to make a roll. There's nothing else of any value here. It looks like these might have been like lower level recruits, as aside from the previous room that you were in.
Hey, Michael.
Yes.
Any chance we can get the map for the chat?
Oh, yeah. I apologize. Like I said, I am sick tonight, so I'm gonna screw up. There you go.
It's all good. I just figured they might want to.
Yeah, you guys might want to follow along with us. Thank you for catching that.
Alright, well, nothing in here.
Okay, and do these go up or down?
Up.
Up, okay. And I continue. Wait a minute.
When
You kind of recognize
Do
this
I
place.
recognize that table?
Yeah, actually, you do. You've seen it before.
Oh, congratulations, we found our beginning point. We're back at the start.
Oh, excellent.
Just gonna
well then
gesture down and move to the stairs.
Yep. And as soon as you kind of start heading down, you can see there's that spiral staircase that led you down originally to this basement.
let's go.
Odd, are you okay back there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I may have accidentally deleted my token somehow.
Oh no!
I can no longer see anything.
Forrest, yeah, you did delete your token. It looks like. You know, if you go to your journal and you go to your name and you just drag one onto the map, you should be able to drag a new one on there.
Okay.
If you can ping roughly where you want to drop it.
Oh, but you dropped yourself into the abyss.
Yep, I can't get myself out of there.
Let me fix you. There you go. Now you're next to the
There
table.
we go. I was pretty close, just a little bit off.
Monday Mayhem. I love it.
Well, I guess it's just a big old circle, nowhere else to go.
So I'm gonna start heading back up.
Heading back up. You got it. So you start heading back up those stairs. You walk. Keep going, walking up, and you're thinking, man, I probably should have reached that point where we kind of busted the hole in the wall. There's no hole in the wall.
Oh,
I think I got sucked into the same thing that Forrest did because I can't move my
Yeah,
fingers.
you how'd you get into the abyss? How'd you get in there?
No
That was weird.
idea. No clue.
Yeah, I don't understand how you can get in and not get out.
Yeah, there's got to be 2 walls that don't 100% hit.
There's
that
like a
light
little
orb.
gap. Yeah.
Yeah, like
He
you
hit
know,
that
the
gap
You got to be
perfect.
perfectly with the mouse right in there. It's a-
little pixel perfect, but you can do it.
That I'm not even going to mention anything. I'm just going to keep on heading up and see if there's like another regular doorway, because Orgon had wanted to check out the upper floors earlier, but
Okay.
what we wanted was down.
So Hazel, as you're following Orcon up too, like Orcon just would Orcon, as you're coming to this conclusion in your mind, would you slow down a little bit as you're walking up, but then just kind of keep going without saying anything? Like what would your behavior kind of indicate?
Yeah, it's one of those sort of hit a spot, pause for a second, look back down the stairs, not really looking at anyone, but just sort of looking down, trying to gauge how far it's been, and then just go and
Okay.
keep going.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hazel would have caught that. 100%.
Yeah, and Hazel, you're intuitive enough to know, like, you should have come across that hole by now.
Yeah, can I... When I realize that, and when I realize Orcon can't find it either, can I, like, just move slower? Actually, correction. Let me catch up to Orcon enough so that I don't hear forests clanking directly behind me, so that I can listen for sounds through the walls, or, like, feel wind from an open door, or anything in this tiny stairwell.
Okay, sure. You're just trying to be extra perceptive, getting away from the clankety clank of your well-armored friend.
Yes.
Is I can
You're
only hear
muted.
you through.
You're
I can only
muted,
hear you
love.
through.
Oh, yes, I
mic.
was muted, yes.
So I will tell you this, Orcon. You continue up and up and up and up and up, and you finally come to the top of the stairwell. You're gonna start in the abyss. I'm sorry. And you can actually see the back of a door at the very top.
Muted.
Somebody has installed a door for us, and we'll open the door.
All right. Now you can see that you kind of open up a wall. So this door would have been secret on the other side. But
Okay.
because you were coming in from the secret part, you could see that there was, in fact, a door there. You're able to open up, and there is a room here, as you appear to be in the attic of Death House. And I'll give you a little bit of some text to read to you so you know what this is. It's packed with some old furniture that look like it's just draped over with white sheets.
Okay. I'm moving into the room so other people can come in. I'm just going to start lifting the sheets and looking at the furniture, see if there's anything nice, you know.
It does look pretty nice. Looks very old. Guess I want to say what's the Victorian? Is that the right word?
No, depends
Like
on the
older,
style.
Or it's
Yeah.
very, very, very gaudy with like the
Gothic.
wood. Yeah, Gothic, and it almost like the wood is very at the bottom. It's like rounded and kind of curves and stuff at the bottom. Like it's.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah, you're
That's-
thinking Victorian.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping
you're
I'm thinking the
thinking-
right kind of, but you guys all, I'm going to ping you guys down into there. You guys all end up in this chamber as Orcon goes in, and you can see Orcon's lifting up the sheets and looking at the furniture, and it's
If I find a desk, I'm opening drawers, seeing if anything's in anything.
oh yeah, you guys are looking through things. It kind of reminds you of, it would all probably be like outdated, it's old and fancy, but outdated. It'd be like, going to grandmother's house and seeing that one room that she doesn't allow to anybody to sit on the furniture. It's that room.
Everything's covered in plastic.
That's right. It's all covered in plastic. Don't touch.
Is this spot like across from where we came in Is this a window or this little spot in front of me here?
Yeah, that's a window.
When I look out the window, what do I see?
You see gray mist.
No street, no
Mm-mm.
like
It's like a thick
just
gray fog.
just mist. Cute,
Mhm.
cute.
There is a door to the north that leads out of the room as well.
Is there a fireplace that in front of Selena or next
Yeah,
to
that's
her?
one of those old like metal fireplaces that have the pipe that kind of goes into the wall and then up out of the roof.
Selena's gonna grab a handful of ash if there's any in the fireplace and stick in her pocket.
Sure. Yep. Pocket some ash.
We need to get into a fight because somebody has to scream pocket sand as she whips that out.
I really hope it's for combat purposes and nothing else. Like, oh, it's lunchtime. I just sprinkle a little ash on my sandwich.
It's
Hazel
great.
would go over there too and put some of the ash in her jar of dirt.
Okay.
So it's like sand art.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you got some sand at the bottom. You got
But I have a
dark
little bit of dirt
ash.
from everywhere we've been.
Yeah.
Morgan's gonna look over at Odd. Hey, I opened the last door. You open this one.
All right, fire in the hole. I send the Mirage out into the hallway.
And as you do, you
Who's
hear
gonna-
a startled gasp. Ah! Ah! Oh! Phew. As you see it, Sarah Sonda was getting ready to open that door as your Mirage opens it. Oh, there you are.
I
Oh,
peek
wait.
my head out into the hall.
Oh, wait, there you are. What?
Nope, sorry. False alarm.
Ah, goodness. You and your antics.
Wait, what brings you up there?
Well, I was looking for you. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I think the furniture's in good condition.
No, not the furniture. Did you
Oh.
find the piece of the rod?
Oh,
yeah.
I did not, but somebody else did.
Well, that's great news. We need to get out of here. We need to get you out.
Why? What's going on?
You have the piece of the rod. You have to get out of here. Take it and run and get out. We gotta go.
Can you point us out?
We're trying to. We were just
This
in the
house is a
basement.
maze.
Sure. The stairs leading down
Oh.
are over here. Follow me. And she kind of like guides you over here to this side of the room with this doorway. And she kind of opens it up and moves off to the side. And kind of gestures to the door.
Paranoid. Feeling
Mm.
paranoid in this maze house.
Okay.
Can I insight check her?
Absolutely.
She's not talking.
I'm hearing a little bit of an echo from Michael's microphone. right
Yeah,
now.
it's his
Yeah.
microphone. 'Cause we're I'm gonna insight check her because I don't. This doesn't feel like her almost. I don't know.
Remember, the
Paranoid is-
DM doesn't feel like the DM tonight either, so just keep that in mind as I'm trying to
I
run
know we
these
have.
NPCs.
Okay, well, 17 because we have
Yep.
advantage.
She seems like your insight says she's excited that you found the rod, but knows that you got to get out of here with it quick. She's just trying to make sure that you guys get out. You remember, she didn't care about the rod. She just didn't want the priests to get it or Strahd to get it.
Mm,
I mean,
I
sure looks
suppose
like
we're
the stairs
rushing
over
out.
here.
the rod is all good and whatnot. Yeah, we're here for that. Didn't the kids want us to do something while we were in here?
They wanted us to save their nursemaid or whatever, but she was the dead lady hanging downstairs in the basement.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot we can do for her.
We could reanimate her and then bring them back.
That just seems disrespectful.
Oh, okay.
That might be a bad idea.
Shooting shots. All right.
There was that bubble above Odd's head, and Forrest took the needle and just went. I like that.
Well, let's keep heading down.
All right. So as each of you run through this door, Sarasanda follows. But you feel like you're supposed to be going downstairs. But then everything kind of just fades into darkness for a split second. And then you can hear the crackle of a fire in a grand fireplace. And you stand at one end of an impossibly long wooden dining table. Beautiful chairs with red, kind of soft cushioning on the backs in the bottom. You can see that you're in some kind of hall of a stone keep. Doesn't look like you're in Death House anymore. There's gilded plates, cutlery, excuse me, as I try to get these words out, and goblets of blood red wine. It seems that there's set for each one of you at the table, including Sarasanda. At the other end of the table stands a tall, pale man. He wears regal red garb and has raven black hair that comes to a prominent widow's peak. He smiles at you, takes one of the goblets in his hand, and he raises it up as if to toast. Welcome, my guests. I'm so glad you got my invitation. Please, I would love to toast to your boldness and bravery. And he takes this cup and he starts putting it to his lips, and you can see him starting to drink from it. What do you all do?
I'm trying to quit. Thank you.
Orcon would drink.
Orcon goes and
Because
drinks.
if I accepted his invitation, it would be rude to not accept his hospitality.
Okay.
I was raised around the Fae, man.
Okay.
Yeah, Hazel's following the Fae hospitality rules in her head too, so she'll take a tiny sip.
Okay.
And she kind of like just puts the goblet down. I don't like red.
Okay, as you take a sip, the flavor is very metallic tasting. And the liquid is thick, almost like drinking syrup, as you put this up to your lips. But at that point, as you're watching all of your companions sit around, you see that figure at the end pull the goblet down from his mouth, and you can see that there's red running down the sides of his cheeks down and dripping a little bit off his chin, and he goes and then all of a sudden just this burst of dark bats goes past everyone, and I need somebody to do me a favor and roll let's have Odd, can you roll a d6 for us in the roll 20?
I was gonna tell him he's got a little schmutz in the.
Oh.
A 3.
Hey, average. That's average.
Interesting. Okay. So, you guys.
I should have drank.
You guys all appear back in that room that you started in the beginning of tonight's session. As you appear prone, as the darkness subsides, you're prone, lying around the cistern in the center, and you're desperately parched, especially Orcon and Hazel, those of you that took a drink.
think we might need to find another way to go.
That was rude.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
When we drank that.
Mhm.
Hazel eats a lot of things when she's in her forms.
Yeah.
It's familiar, isn't it?
Yeah, you've tasted this in your mouth once or twice as a dire wolf or other beastie that likes to bite things.
I mean, Hazel bites things too.
Yeah, that's right. Who needs wild shape?
Just makes it more socially acceptable. Hazel looks at Orcon. Well, he doesn't follow our rules.
No, and apparently I'm looking around. Did I take the goblet with me or no?
There is no goblet in your hands.
And that had an interesting flavor to it. I was actually going to finish it, but he...
No.
Probably best you didn't.
It's mine.
Yes, you said Hazel's not following our rules, so... May mean he... Oh, it could have been something to harm then. Oh.
It was blood, my friend.
Oh. Anybody have any wine?
No, but I'm sure one of the wizards back at the
No,
base
let me
Hold
check
on.
my pack, see if I.
Yeah, hold on.
carry anything.
Hazel has something.
I have holy
I will,
water.
I will show you this. Here's
got
some
water,
art.
check.
Here's some art for you guys. This is the individual that you saw in your vision.
Just without the rod sign.
Yeah, just without the rod piece.
Holds everyone.
So,
Are you sure? Did you check your pockets?
It's a sneaky one.
quick. Hazel looks at all of her friends, including Sarasunda. I have a way back to the material plane.
I don't think we need to resort to that just yet.
It's not like it uses the tuning. It doesn't go. We just use the spell. And we
Yes,
get
but
out.
then we still have to find our way back to Sigil, and that's not far easier said than done.
What kind of sorry.
If you want to play in a maze, we can be rats in his maze. I just don't like being a rat unless I choose to be one.
I mean, you still could choose to.
What kind of expression is Sarasunda packing?
She's a little bit shocked and bewildered, but then kind of looks at all of you and says, "Well, appears we didn't get out soon enough. He obviously knows we're here."
Inside. Watch out. All right, look at that.
You have
Oh,
advantage on your insight roll. You have advantage.
Oh, advantage, thank God. All right,
For advantage, remember?
all right, 1 to 17, that's good.
Yep, she's showing you emotions of, oh crap,
All right,
this isn't how I wanted this to go.
I'm assuming that you're familiar with our host, Miss Sarasunda.
He is the Dark Lord of this realm. Seems fitting that he would have dominion to be able to manipulate things as he wishes.
I see.
I was hoping we could get in and out quickly and without, without being noticed. Guess I was foolish to think that we could accomplish that.
Shall we just leave then? I have an interesting idea. But it is going to tap what I'm capable of for most of the day. I can teleport myself to the front porch. I can leave my little friend here, then use my see through his eyes and cast Arcane Gate between the two rooms.
You use your arcane gate more than once a day.
Did I we use it while we were here?
That's how we got onto the stairs in the
Stairs.
first place.
Ah, that's right. Forgot about that. Oh, we could take a nap.
Well, you did have a
Daytime
short
or nap,
rest.
yes.
Yeah, you'd
but
have to.
that's a
Yeah,
one-a-day
it's
ability
a,
through the
yeah, it's a
rod.
long rest. Yeah.
Hazel looks at everyone again and says, I know getting back to Sigil is hard, but I have a way to contact them and let them know where we've landed in the material plane if we want to just get out of here.
Why don't we try one more time? We know the route. If it happens again or we get dropped back in this room, then we use your way and just
I just don't want
evaporate.
to get into more trouble.
Plus, if we can control the house to this extent, who knows if teleporting out of here will even work.
This is true as well. Then, gonna just take off the exact same route.
Got it. Sarasanda kind of keeps up with all of you guys as you are hurried along and moving up the same route. I'll take you guys right back up to that same place where you guys were before, to that furniture room here as you guys make your trek back up. Sarasanda kind of leads the way back towards that staircase, like unbelieving of what just happened. As she comes out, though, Forrest, hold on 1 second. As she comes around this bend, 3 cloaked individuals kind of step out here in front of Sarasanda. Well, kind of to the south of Sarasanda, and Sarasanda just kind of freezes for a moment, and basically gives you like the Arnold Schwarzenegger from Predator halt sign as she comes around the bend, and you hear a voice that goes, "Well, well, well. Well, daughter, you look great." And you see her just turn, like she's turning in that direction, and you can see just this glare upon her face. And, you know, Elias, I kind of expected to see you here. And I can see the strings attached to each limb of your body as you were being controlled like a little puppet. So sad to see what you've become, Father. You can see Sarasanda slowly pulls the longsword from her sheath. And from the hilt, it starts to glow with this blue energy, and then a little flicker of blue flame starts to ignite on the whole blade. And that same blue light that's shining on her sword seems to start glowing in her eyes. And she kind of looks over her shoulder to Hazel and Forrest who are coming out there. And she looks at you and says, "Take the rod piece and get out. This is mine." And steps out of your way.
Crap.
Right now, Forrest is the only one that's out there.
You guys all heard it.
Yeah.
I will walk up beside her and activate the Sun Sword. We're all making it out of here.
Oh, we are. But you first. Don't take this from me.
We
You
can't
can at
let
least
you
let me
down.
have the other.
They're weak. It's amazing what rage can do to a person.
Out of curiosity, which one is she glaring at?
Kind of like the guy in the middle corner. This room's kind of small, but
Priest 2?
you can see that he's kind of removed his mask, and you can see an older, dark-skinned man with kind of like a little bit of a goatee that has some signs of gray showing in his facial hair. His eyes kind of are a little bit pale, but have this little glimmer of green within the center of them as well.
Before heading down the stairs, Orgon's just gonna sort of pass over to her, just reach out and touch her shoulder and say, "Have fun," and cast greater invisibility on her.
Oh my god!
Because-
Yeah. Yes. And as you do that, Orcon, you see her just like fade, and this one priest over here in the corner just all of a sudden goes, and you can see just blood start to like spew out of the chest cavity as something just got driven right through this guy. But you don't. Sarasanda is, unless you have ability to see anybody invisible, you guys cannot see her at all. And you just hear her say,
think she's got this one.
"Get out! Go!" She hollers to all of you.
Well, okay.
And you just, as you guys are running through this door, now you're actually going down the steps. You're hearing the pitter-patter of your own feet and your companions as you're racing down these stairs. You can hear the sounds of combat that doesn't appear to be going very well for the priests of Osibus upstairs, as the invisible Sarasanda is going to be a force to be reckoned with, without being able to be seen.
At least for the next minute.
Odd, you following along with the party as well. I can't. I know you're responsible for two tokens on the map, so I'm just trying to make sure that I'm keeping track of you and your minion. And you guys race down the stairs. I'll go ahead and put you guys in the location where you guys end up as you go down the stairs. Now, this is going to be a little tight, so I'm just going to I'll have to move you guys down a little bit at a time. So, Forrest, you come down the steps this way. I'm going to shift ping you. And you see the back of what looked to be a secret door that leads out into another chamber.
No other way to go but opening this door.
It opens into what looks to be some type of master bedroom. I'm going to pull you guys all down there, just to make sure that you guys are there. Feel free to let me know if you guys want to do something else there or whatever. Let me see if there's anything else to read to you guys there.
Did you forget Selena?
No, she's there.
You guys are on top of each other.
Oh.
Yeah, she was hiding. She was hiding your token. I couldn't see you. This room is. Let's see. I guess it's a bedroom that contains a large bed. There's 2 nightstands. There's a large mirror. There's a double door fitted with stained glass windows. It appears to have a balcony there. One of the nightstands has been knocked over and one of the windows has been smashed. But outside the window, all you see is gray mist.
This is like a master bedroom kind of looking.
It's a larger bedroom. I misspoke. It's not technically the master bedroom, but it looks like it would be a comfortable suite.
Selena sees the window that's cracked and she's like, "Anyone want to climb out with a rope? Just take the easy, straight down path to the front door."
Organ's gonna look out the window. Can I see the street?
You can't see anything. It's just like a thick gray mist.
That mist doesn't look very natural to me.
Yeah, I think I'd rather get to the front door and see what we approach there.
Selena starts stuffing the rope back in her bag.
It's got to be through one of these doors.
I'm just gonna open this door up here.
Okay. Yeah, it opens up into like a large central area with stairs leading down.
Do I recognize this stairwell?
Yeah, it looks like the spiral staircase that led you through the main part of the house.
Hey, the big round one is right up here.
That'll take us right there then.
As you guys all go out this door, a similar occurrence happens. As reality seems to fade from you, your vision fades to black once again. And this time, you find yourself a little bit of a different area. The floor of this bedroom that you find yourself in is littered with creepy dolls. Some monstrous stuffed animals, and some misshapen toys. The whole floor looks almost completely covered in them. The two children you saw outside the house stand in the middle of this doorless and windowless room. They are weeping uncontrollably, and these large, almost exaggerated anime tears are just pouring out of their eyes. And as they hit, it's almost as if like each teardrop is like a gallon of water being dumped onto the floor. And you can see easily that this water is starting to puddle and accumulate in the room. What do you do?
But you said there's a bunch of like bent and misshapen toys all over the place.
Yes.
Well,
Don't
kids often cry if they break a toy. I'm gonna start going through them.
Okay, digging through the toys? Okay.
Yeah.
Make an investigation check. Odd, as you're kind of sitting in the room, there is a toy. A doll. You could have swore, like, that you made, like... It's just an intriguing toy. There's some kind of connection. It's like... Could have swore it's, like, looking at you.
I like to look back at it.
Yeah, it's like you're just staring at a toy, but there's this weird, eerie feeling going on inside.
If I wink at it, does it wink back?
You wink at it,
I was about to say, don't answer that.
and then it just doesn't wink back. But you did have to blink your eyes once or twice there, and you're not sure if maybe it winked while you were blinking your eye. You could have sworn maybe it did.
Okay, all right.
But you're not sure.
I would like to collect said doll.
All right, you pick up the doll. You're holding on to it. That's when you notice there's one like near it that looks like Hazel.
Oh.
Then there's one a couple feet over that looks like Selena. There's one that looks like Orcon. Forrest, as you're digging through, you pick up one that looks exactly like you. Cute little button eyes.
Did we get to Coraline? What's happening?
There's one for each of us.
There's one that looks like Tabaxi Odd.
Oh my. Yeah.
Is there one that looks like Child Odd? Like when he's pretending to just be like a human child?
No, there's just a Tabaxi Odd.
Yeah, I don't think he's been that one yet here. They haven't seen it.
Good point.
These people know us.
How fast are they crying? Like how quick is this water pooling and building?
Make an insight check for
How
me.
many gallons per minute are we talking? How many gallons?
Let's do insight for this. As you're just trying to kind of mill this over. Oh, nice. Look at
I
that.
don't need to make it. I don't need the advantage on it.
Look at that. You feel like, Orcon, you guys have about 10 minutes before this entire room is filled with water.
Beautiful.
Forrest is digging around. Forrest, you're digging through the toys. You don't see any broken ones. You just found that one that looked like you, and you're looking around. You see, wait, is that Hazel? That's one that looks like Hazel. That one kind of looks like Selena. And there's like these dolls and toys that look like you guys in the middle of this room. The children look like they're completely ignoring you guys, like as if your presence isn't even in the room. They're just uncontrollably weeping and crying out.
Question. Is there a doll that looks like Sarasunda in here?
There is a doll that looks like Sarasunda.
I pick hers up, and I pick the one that looks like me up.
Okay, there's a strange thing that happens when you pick up Sarasanda's doll.
Uh-huh.
Next to it, kind of hidden underneath, you can see there's another doll like tucked under some others. It looks like that guy that you guys met in another vision earlier. Steep Widow's Peak. Look like I can see a little bit of the cloak and regal attire tucked underneath some of the other toys. But one thing that's kind of strange about this toy is you can't see like shoulders down. You can't really see. But there is like a chain affixed to his head, like at the top. And this chain kind of goes and then disappears into the toys beside it. And you can see that the water is starting to kind of rise a little bit to where it's getting up over the ends of your toes.
Can I try to touch the kid? Like, can we interact with them? I'm just going to reach down and sort of pat one of their shoulders.
Sure. You touch their shoulder and you can feel them, but they don't respond to you at all, Orkhan. It's almost as like you're touching them and they don't even feel it.
The other one that you said, there's a chain coming out of it?
Yeah.
Out
The
of
top of his head, there's like
Can I pull
a
on-
chain.
Can I pull on the chain?
Sure. As you pull on the chain, you hear this sound as Strahd's doll head pops off of the rest of his body.
Yeah, we
And
finished him.
And the water that was starting to rise starts going into the gap in his neck, like a drain. And everything starts spinning in the room, and you guys start to get pulled in as well, as your feet get swept out from underneath you. And as the water's just going like down into this drain, you guys are flushed down out of this chamber.
Great.
Do the kids go with us?
You're not sure yet, because right now you're spinning into a drain. I've never been flushed down a toilet before or made my way down a drain, so I'm not really sure what all you'd see, but you probably see a lot of nothing.
All I can think of is the movie Flushed Away.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
We're going to come across those singing slugs.
That's right. All kinds of interesting things down here. Do me a favor, Brittany, can you roll a d6 for us?
If you roll a 3, we're burning a player reroll.
Yeah, but if you roll a 3, we're going to roll again, because you can't roll the same thing twice.
A 1.
All right.
Ooh, that's either really good or really bad.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Fantastic.
Rude. Just rude. That's all I'm saying.
Bet you wish it was 3 now, huh?
You guys remember the dining room you robbed?
We didn't rob a dining room.
Yes, we did.
No, we just took a bunch of silverware.
You totally
For
had all the
our
silverware bagged up and ready for your
scientific
exit.
purposes.
I didn't rob a dining room.
You guys wake up on the floor next to all those chairs, and you have like bread crumbs and other food crumbs like all over your chest and clothes, but there's no food. There's nothing to be found. You just kind of wake up around the table.
That's actually rather convenient. Someone grab the silverware. Let's get out of here.
I'm
Grab
sitting
my
in the
bag of
chair.
silverware.
You
I
grabbed the bag of
still-
silverware? Yeah.
Do I still have the doll with me?
That's the strange thing, Odd. You do.
I have the hazel doll.
You have the hazel doll. If you were
So I'm
holding
gonna
your
be
doll
sitting
when
in
that
it.
happened, you have the doll in your hand.
I probably would have like gathered everyone's dolls. Like Hazel's like, ooh,
The dolls are kind of soggy
Ooh,
and covered
tiny
in
friends.
water.
yeah. Hazel would have totally been like, ooh, tinier versions of my friends. And then she holds up like the Selena one to Selena from a distance and goes, same size. So she probably has all of them. Because she was literally like, ooh, 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 and then she got creeped out by the chain one.
It appears that Orkon's grabbed the bag and is headed out of the room. Orkon, as you do, those double doors that you guys originally came into slam closed. And you hear some footsteps coming down the stairs. And you can see there are 4 people walking down the stairs. One stands prominently in the center with 2 beautiful looking women on either arm, with one kind of following back behind and just kind of gracefully running her fingernails down the banister of the handle of the stairs. And you can see walking down the stairs are some individuals. And it's going to be really tight in this room. I apologize. I'm going to put them on here. Let's make sure that I can look in there. There's the main guy. And you recognize him from your vision. He's got these 2 beautiful ladies walking beside him, and one walking behind. And as he's walking down, you can see him like looking at these 2 women that he's walking with. Well, look at this, Veruca. Oh, and you, Violetta. Such a beautiful little morsel you are. And he runs his hand down the side of her face. One of them, the one he addresses Veruca, is wearing a purple, very kind of scandalous looking dress. Violetta is wearing kind of like this indigo, like a bluish purple color dress. She walks down. And the one up top is wearing kind of like this white dress and has these 2 little red, kind of like little red spots, like just right off the side of her chest. And he looks towards all of you and says, "So, appears we finally meet face to face. From the way the villagers spoke of all of you, I expected you to be more impressive, to be honest. But, yeah. I'm sorry, but you won't be going anywhere unless you give back what you stole from my house." You see, he has this sword that he pulls up, and he rests it over his shoulder. And I'm going to show you what a picture of this sword looks like, because it is probably one of the most beautiful swords that you have ever seen. Let me see if I can find it to show you the handout. As I scroll through all the adventure. Show the players. This is what it looks like.
Ooh.
That's a shiny.
I might have to fight Selena for that one.
I think it
You're
might work.
forgetting that I'm over here.
But he's holding that and resting it on his shoulders as this happens. And he kind of looks at you and he points over into the corner of the room, and this elegant chair just kind of slides over kind of in front of those double doors on its own as he's like pointing over in that direction. He says, "I'll be kind this one time. All you have to do is place what you stole upon that seat of that chair, and I'll open the door and let you leave."
Hazel, you took all the dolls, right? Can you give me the one that's of me?
Yeah, I have them all.
I put my doll in the chair. Sorry, we didn't think anything about the dolls. It was a mistake, honestly.
He sighs. "Aurora, what is this? What has been brought into my realm? Like, to think, and the audacity that these people have to come into my realm, to find their way into Barovia, and just think they can just snoop around and take whatever they please. and put one of these useless dolls before me. It's a terrible looking doll, by the way.
I have my hand on my doll, and I would like my doll to look at me when he says "hideous doll." Oh, he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Hazel goes and grabs the doll off the chair, and she goes, "Well, then you don't mind if I have it to play with later?" And hold on to it because she's now weirdly attached
Oh,
to
the
the
dolls you can keep.
Okay.
You can take
Thank
the
you.
dolls. I'm talking about the artifact that you stole from my realm. I know you have it.
Oh, you really should have been more specific. I mean, you can't have that one.
Orcon's going to cast message to Hazel. Should I do it at this point? I mean,
She
I just
doesn't
let it
respond.
hang.
She doesn't respond since she was talking to him and was just like making a big deal about the dolls. But you just see her kind of like, and she like plays it off like she's like. Actually, no. Hazel's fully having a conversation with the dolls in her hands.
As you guys are doing this, you can see that Strahd before you takes the sword and he holds it out in front of him. You can see like the glare of the ambient light that's in the room kind of reflect off of it in a strange and mysterious way. And he looks
When
at
he
you.
does that,
Mhm.
can I do something? Or
He's about to monologue, but sure.
as he pulls the sword down and realizing that he's not getting a response from Hazel,
Uh-huh. Oh boy. Hold on to your butts, folks.
roll it, not display it for me.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
He's not making very smart decisions, let's just say that.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna use my action. I'm gonna use an action to use my limited wish feature,
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
and I'm gonna use it to cast any 6th level spell,
Okay.
and focusing it directly on top of Strahd with a scream of "Let dawn take you!" I'm gonna cast Sunbeam on Strahd.
Oh my god. What is a casting time on Sunbeam? Just one action?
One action.
I
Okay.
believe that one's the essentially radiant lightning bolt.
Is it radiant lightning
No,
bolt?
it's Moonbeam, but it's the sun.
Okay.
I thought Sunbeam was the one that shoots a line attack.
That's what I thought.
Did they change it in the new rules?
View details page. Let me-
Yeah, I think Sunbeam's a projectile.
Sunbeam. Let's see.
There we go. Sunbeam, 6th level evocation, 5 foot
6
wide,
level.
concentration 1 minute.
Yep, one action. Self, 60 feet. You
Creature-
launch
oh,
a
creature in
sunbeam.
line.
It's 5 foot wide, 60-foot line. So it's like a lightning bolt coming from
Yeah.
you,
Oh,
but it's a
yeah,
sunbeam.
but
Oh,
you
but then
can
you can
ca-
do it every round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I can keep doing it again
Oh.
and again. For
So
a
it's like
minute.
Cyclops' eye blaster. Oh no. Okay, a 60-foot line. Each creature in the line must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, creature takes 68 radiant damage and has the blinded condition until the start of your next turn. Like 6 successful save, it takes half damage. Okay, so it's a line. So from your location, you're probably just going to be able to hit Strahd if that's who you're just centering it on. Is that who, like...
He,
Yep.
Oregon's trying to get from Hazel, like, hey, he's one of these things.
Yeah, she's ready.
It's it. We use sunlight on it. Now he's pulling his sword down. It's like, oh crap,
Yeah.
I'm out of time. I can't wait
And-
anymore.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm
Can-
gonna make a Constitution save. As this sunbeam blasts out from Orcon towards Strahd. Here we go, everybody. You know what? I don't like that roll. So, let me see. Well, even with advantage, I'd fail. So I'm gonna spend one of my Dungeon Master rerolls. Because I have 8 of those, thanks to my wonderful friends in chat. Thank you for being a friend. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little loopy
Your
tonight.
fever's.
We are not.
My fever is breaking. Okay, so I'm going to re-roll that, because I want to see if I can do any better. Constitution saving throw. Here we go. Does he have advantage on these? He might. Let me
I'd
find
be
out.
really surprised if he doesn't, quite honestly.
Would you not?
I'd be surprised if he does, because it's
Especially
radiant.
when we're in his home.
Well, it's probably just because
You magic in general, but guess what? He doesn't have advantage, but I will use a legendary resistance. Because I have that in the tank
Okay.
too.
When I feel like I know this answer.
So it's 15 radiant.
15 radiant damage.
And that is the half. Because
Yeah,
you only
gotcha.
takes half.
Yep, and he is blasted by this beam. You can hear him go, like he hisses as he holds the sword up in front of the sunlight. And I hate to tell you, Hazel, but this is going to be initiative time.
Great.
So here's what I would like everybody to do. Go ahead and click on your tokens and roll initiative against Strahd.
Okay, but what if I don't want to?
It'll be fine.
This is why I don't want to.
You
I'm gonna- I'm
you
gonna
can re-roll
hiss.
your initiative if you'd like.
No.
I'm gonna hiss the moment the room fills up with sunlight.
I can't.
I'm going to use my heroic inspiration to reroll mine.
All right, there you go. Why isn't my API for group initiatives not working again? Why is it doing that? I don't know why it does that sometimes. And this
Roll
wonderful
four
fellow.
for initiative.
You're still higher than me.
All right. Anybody else need to roll?
But
Here we
now
go.
all Orkin is hearing in his head is Ralph Wiggum going, I'm in danger.
All right. And I think just because of this situation and because I need to get myself another drink, we're going to take an early break this evening, about 15 minutes early. So we'll take a 5 to 7 here. So that way we can start this off on the tail end of the break. So stick with us, everybody. The group faces off against Strahd, wielding a mysterious but beautiful weapon. We'll see how they do when we get right back. Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Proficiency Bonus. Please take an opportunity to support our sponsors.
First up is Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is an online storefront based in the Great White North of Canada. They sell everything your heart could desire, so long as everything your heart desires is largely polyhedral dice sets and other TTRPG sundries. Check them out for all of your dicey needs. Perhaps buy a lovely hardcover copy of one of these fine books. If you're feeling especially cute, you could treat yourself to a t-shirt or one of these fine little proprietary Little Dragon Corp dragon plushies. They've got all the classic types of dragon, like Mooney, Terra, Dad. Whatever strikes your fancy over on Little Dragon Corp, be sure to enter our special promo code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order. That's BONUS, B-O-N-U-S, for 15% off your order. That's like if you made 7 individual purchases, you could basically buy anything you want on the store, and it's like it was free with all the money that you saved from earlier. I'm absolutely positive that's how math works, and I will be taking no questions at this time. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp.
Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com.
Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links to our social media pages and outlets are located below this video.
Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month.
While we are away, now is a great time to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and there you will find hours upon hours of content to enjoy. Click the bell icon to activate notifications so you won't miss a single show. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you are enjoying the show. and we'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back, everybody. Our party has just encountered Strahd von Zarovich, the Dark Lord of Barovia, asked for you to give back his stolen artifact property which you have taken from the depths of the basement. Instead, Forrest offered him a forest doll.
I thought it was a pretty good offer.
He's the one that started it by calling our dolls ugly, so...
Take it or leave it, right?
I want to state once again, Hazel has all the dolls, except Odd has his. So Odd picked his own up, but Hazel gathered everybody's, for the record.
Hazel has all the dolls, okay.
I want all of these creepy dolls to go home with us.
You got it. So, the battle was kicked off by Orkhan blasting Strahd with a beam of sunlight energy. So, let's go ahead and... I don't know if...
All while screaming at the top of his lungs.
Here comes the sun.
Oh my god.
Impressive. All right, everybody. Here we go. Odd. How do you respond?
How you doing? Let me see here, because I don't believe there's actually a limit.
He's even used the limitless wish.
It does not look like there is a limit. So I'm gonna roll for this. 1d. We'll go 1d4. What do we got? Oh well. I rolled a 1. For my. Is it an action, right? Let's see. Doesn't it say? Doesn't say it's actually an action, so I am drawing a Jack of Spades today, and that is going to be knife, which means get out of the way, cat. Come here. Jesus.
No, you're not allowed to.
Uncommon magic weapon you're proficient with appears in my hands. The DM chooses the weapon. Well, that's great considering the fact that I'm a caster. Michael,
what weapons are you proficient with? Yeah, what weapons are you proficient with?
Looks like simple. I'm a simple guy.
You have a magical sickle in your hand.
Oh well, this is very helpful. So I'm gonna look over at my doll friend. My doll friend's gonna look back at me. I'm gonna say, "Oh, Vivian, I'm just not very impressed with my house guest." And then I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on, we'll say, level 4 against Strahd, since he wants to call us not impressive. Let's see here.
So he is technically blinded. Can somebody check the
Condition of blind?
Yeah, can you guys check the condition for blinded for me in the new?
You can't.
Oh yeah, so he's not blinded. Yeah, so yeah, even though he's in there, he used his resistance, so he's not technically blinded. That's right.
Oh, okay. Anyway, this is just the attack roll here.
Attack roll for guiding bolt.
Yep, 26 to hit.
6 is going to hit, indeed.
All right, now I don't actually have a D&D Beyond button for it, so I'm going to have to make my own. Level 4 would be... Roll20 there, it should work.
Yeah, can you click the guiding bolt pink button there in the Roll20 chat? Will it automatically
that's not the right one. That's what I'm saying. D&D.
Oh, because I'll cast it
as
as
a level
1. You did,
oh yeah, you did.
1. So it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8 D6. So we'll do 6 and 2. So a total of what? What do we got here? 32 radiant damage.
32 radiant damage.
That's a nice roll.
As he's blasted by this radiant damage. Yes.
But at least I have a sickle.
You now have a sickle in your hand. Yes.
Excited about
it. Looks like a really nice magical one.
Ooh.
I mean, if we were to put these on, like, I mean, this would be a top shelf sickle.
Actually, you know what? I don't think it says it's not permanent, so I might be able to sell this. Yeah, it just says it appears in my hand. It doesn't say it ever disappears, so I just got me a magic sickle now.
Odd instantly has money signs like in his eyes. Ching.
But that's gonna be it's gonna be me after I do a bonus action of we'll do Master Tactics to give the next person to use a attack against him advantage.
Well, it already does because of Guiding Bolt. Maybe choose one to spawn.
This is true.
Guiding Bolt does give advantage, yes.
Yeah, we'll do Unsettling Words to give his next saving throw minus 1d8, even though he has Legendary. You know what? I'm just going to save the bonus action. I'm just going to save the bonus action.
Okay, you got it, Odd. Yeah. At the end of your turn, Odd, since Strahd is not blinded, he's going to use a legendary action on you.
Does he have to?
Indeed. And he goes, "Foolish one, kneel." And he's casting command on you as a legendary action. I need you to go ahead and make a charisma. No, excuse me.
Wisdom?
It might be wisdom. For some reason, it's not on his character sheet, but let me, I believe
I've got
command.
It here. 1 second.
Oh, do you have it prepared?
Wisdom.
Wisdom is your saving throw.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's -1. Yeah, it's
Plus
17. 17
That-
plus 5. That's 20.
Oh, so you are going to succeed. So you feel this this
Yay.
urge to want to follow with what Strahd is saying, but because you're standing nearby your pal Forrest, you're able to willfully shoo those urges away. And that ends his legendary action.
I was able to stem the urges.
That's right.
Great.
So Forrest, technically you're gonna go because player characters break ties, so you get to go before Violetta does.
I'm gonna make my way up to Strahd here, and I'm gonna speak to him. You know, I gave you an easy way out. Could have taken the dolls back. We all could have forgotten this happened. But now I'm going to have to put you down. And I'm going to make my attacks against him, activating my Vow of Enmity to give myself advantage on all attacks.
Vow of Enmity. Advantage on the attacks.
My last Channel Divinity.
That heart doesn't look good for a vow.
Sure it does.
I don't really have a good thing for a vow. 20 does hit.
Vow of Enmity, not enamor.
That would be 15 damage from that.
15 damage.
I'll make another attack.
Another attack coming right up.
29 hit.
29 hits.
We're going to do our damage, which looks like 12 for that, and
12 for that. Strike. 2 Sunblade
fourth level
attacks.
Divine Smite. Why not?
4th level.
Where? Here we go. So that would be another 28, and I actually have to do one more D8 because he is undead. 3 more. So
3 more.
31 from the Divine.
Carving away at Strahd with the Sunblade as the Sunbeam is still focused on him from the initial combat. Anything else that you'd like to do as these
No, that
attacks
would be
hit?
action and bonus action, so I'm good.
You can see like parts of the staircase are falling apart as Forrest is just like carving the railing away with these attacks.
They're getting in the way.
Yeah, we were going to sell the property and make some money on this.
Strahd is going to use a legendary action once again. He's going to make a deathly strike against Forrest using his sword. This will be a one-handed attack. Let me see. Here it is. Sword strike. Natural 20 for a 32.
Yeah.
You take 28 slashing, plus an additional, what's that, 23 necrotic damage. As the sword just carves
33.
through your armor. Oh, is it 33?
That's
Sorry.
61, okay.
61 total damage.
Awesome.
You still have your Charm of Radiance that you
don't
can
still have your,
use
silvery
for...
barbs up, do you?
Let me double check my sheet. I'm pretty sure I used that.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Well, let's just assume you used it. I'll go ahead and use 2.
No, it's
charges
marked
from the-
already used.
Oh, no.
I will half the damage from the necrotic, so I would only take 16 necrotic.
16
damage.
necrotic. Yeah, using your Charm of
28.
Radiance. Able to resist some of that as this sword, the
44.
impact. And after he slices at you, Forrest, he kind of like looks gleefully towards you. The sun, like, you can see the sunlight in the room is starting to like sizzle on his forehead. It's
Actually, a
dark.
good point. He's in sunlight.
Oh, so he would have disadvantage. He would. Let me double check the character sheet to make sure it's true, but I believe
I
it
know
is.
regular vampires.
Tonight. Oh, you know what? It doesn't give him disadvantage. Oh no, it does. Here it is. What's tonight? Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Okay. Yep, he does have disadvantage while he's in that radiance of sunlight. So yeah, that definitely helps. So it is only an 18, so that'll probably miss.
That does in fact miss.
But I'm going to spend one of my DM rerolls.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to give it a shot. Even though I have disadvantage, I gotta go out swinging tonight. Let's try it again. A 26 disadvantage.
I'll go ahead and cast Shield to not get hit. Decrease my AC to 26.
26. 27, so you're able to deflect it with your magical energy to stop this sword strike from taking place.
Chat has gifted the game master a reroll.
Yeah, Nikki Rain, thank you for stalking me up.
Yeah,
Oh,
he needs more while we're fighting Strahd, obviously.
Yeah.
She wants this
I
Strahd fight to be
we've hit him
amazing.
for like 90 damage. I don't think he's touched us.
He hasn't yet.
Not important.
So that was the end of... That was another legendary action at the end of Forest's turn. So the next person to go is Violetta, and she is actually going to... she's actually going to go for Forest... Well... Yeah, she's going to go for Forest too. It's easier for her to attack Forest here. She's going to make 2 claw attacks. Here's the first one. It's going to take a lot to hit you. 24 still ain't going to do it. If she tries, I think they get to make... I can't
do that again, unfortunately.
I think they can make... yeah, and use... oh, I have to have you grappled, so they can't use bite unless you're grappled. So that is all she does. She just tries to claw at you, but your magical shield kind of deflects all of her claw attacks coming from her. Strahd's turn. At the beginning of his turn, you can see him burning up with more of this sunlight damage. As it appears that while he's in sunlight, he is kind of burning away. And actually, let me double check their character sheet too. Yep. That actually, Violetta is starting to burn away a little bit too. Start of her turn. So you can kind of see these like black marks starting to form on their like beautiful flesh as it's starting to eat away the sunlight on these vampires. She would have had disadvantage too, so none of those would have hit anyway.
Not on me.
Strahd. Upset. Very upset by what has transpired thus far. And uses a bonus action looking towards Orcon and looks at you and says, "But you were supposed to be a treasured guest. Why would you do this to me? Can you be charmed, Orcon?"
I can, but I have advantage.
Okay, I need to figure out... is this also a wisdom save? I think this might also be a wisdom save.
I'm assuming.
It seems like it would be. For some reason, the character sheet doesn't just say.
Wisdom or charisma, one or the
What
other.
spell?
It is charm person. New spell. Wisdom saving throw.
Hey.
Yep, and it would have had you would have had advantage if you were fighting it anyway. Ooh.
13.
Plus 5.
13 plus 5 is just enough. As you fight the urge, you can feel this sense of, why am I hurting this individual? And you're like, oh yeah, I remember. He's trying to kill me. And you keep on going and blasting him.
Our dolls.
That's right. And the sunlight continues. That was just his bonus action. He is going to use his actions to... he has a multi-attack. And he's going to... He can replace one of his attacks with this. Okay, so the first thing you guys see that he does is he takes the sword and he holds it kind of to the side of himself, and you can see him like take a deep breath in, and he breathes out this terrible looking purple necrotic flame from his mouth that extends out in a 30-foot cone that originates from himself. He's going to go in the direction of... Basically, he's going to try to hit everybody except Hazel. It would be Odd's illusion, I believe. Hey! Thank you for the bits, Camacho. So, Odd, I believe your illusion is the one that's actually in this, so you won't have to roll for this. But what you guys are going to need to do is you guys are engulfed in this, is I need everybody in that to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Not great at that.
Uh-oh.
Don't you all get +5 from Forest, though, including Forest?
Mine is baked into my roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so everybody gets a +5 on dexterities as well?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay.
any saving throw. Kind of looks like we all failed, though.
14 from Selena's gonna fail. 17 from Forrest is gonna fail. It looks like a fail from everybody. Well, is that a 13 for you, Orcon?
No,
So
that's a
a
5.
5. Yeah, so you all fail, but you have resources if you'd like to spend them.
Apparently, something wants something to happen to me, so I'm letting the dice tell it.
The
Mine
dice
is
don't?
close
Oh,
enough
boy.
that I think I'll use a D6 inspiration. That should be more than enough to get me over.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll that d6. And 4 will be enough to do it, as you do make the save. D6 off the board. Well done. So you guys who failed the saving throw are going to take some damage. Let me see if it'll let me do this. I think I set this up right. 19 fire damage plus 11 necrotic.
Hey. There you go, all those beautiful temp hit.
That'd be
Just getting through your
15 total
temp.
for me.
Necrotic, so that's 32.
It was 19 and 11, right? Total of 30?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I
Total
said
30.
32.
Mhm. And then Strahd takes the sword that he's been holding by the side, and he can make one more attack with this sword. And he fights with this exaggerated elegance, but behind these large, almost like a painter with a brush through the air, like using his whole entire arm to go at a canvas. He's taking his sword down towards Selena, and he's going to try to just gouge down towards Selena. He will have disadvantage because of the sunlight, but we'll go ahead and try to attack. 22 against Selena.
That is gonna hit.
13 slashing plus 11 necrotic damage. Total of 24 points of damage. Strahd looks very frustrated. And that brings us to Selena's turn.
Selena's pissed. 'Cause he just hit her really, really hard. And before we got into initiative, she would have. I don't think she ever would have deactivated her flame tongue sword. Just the nature of everything. So she is going to hit Strahd with that.
Okay.
She's going to aim all 3 of her attacks at him. 14?
14 will not hit.
Okay.
Can spend resources if you want.
No, I'll try another one. See
Okay.
how that one goes. 25.
25 will.
15.
15.
6 piercing and 9 fire.
Got it. The fire blade carves into Strahd. He stumbles back a little bit from you after giving you that massive sword strike. He kind of looks at the sword and he's like, that's right. Are you as hungry as I am?
She's gonna take another. After hearing him, like, say that, she's like, oh, goodness, no. We're not doing this. 28 to hit.
Indeed. You can roll your damage.
10.
10 hit points. You got it. So you're carving through him. Strahd showing signs of wear and tear, carvings through his clothes of weapons, and sunlight kind of turning massive spots of like almost like black kind of like boils peeling away from his flesh.
She is going to use action surge.
Oh,
To attack again.
Look at that.
So, first hit 23.
23 hits. Hey, Orkon, did you have to make a concentration check when you took that damage? Were you able to succeed?
Yes, I needed to roll a 16. I rolled a 17.
Excellent. That 15 damage?
Yes.
All right.
I didn't want to cut you.
No, you're good.
15, and she's going to attack for second time. 21 hit.
21 does hit.
That'll be 18.
18 points of damage.
And then her third and final attack will be, hopefully, I don't know what just happened, 28 to hit.
28 to hit, that hits.
And 16.
16 points of damage. And as Selena just goes ape on Strahd, up here on top of the steps, you can see the sword just going, shoo, 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 shoo. And then back with one last strike, she kind of strikes up towards Strahd. And as you carve up through him, all of a sudden he, like, bursts into this strange gray mist. Like a small cloud. But rapidly, that cloud seems to start spinning around you in the room, Selena. Your hair kind of blows all around you. Your flame-tongued sword almost like blows out from this massive wind. You can hear ting, 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 ting as the sword falls down the rest of the couple stairs that he was holding. And it rests upon the ground there between Violetta and Forrest as it comes to rest. And that mist jets with speed towards Hazel. And it basically goes right through Hazel. Hazel, you're startled at one bit. You feel this coldness about you as it goes through you. And Odd, as you're standing back by that fireplace, you see that mist jet quickly into the fireplace and disappear. You hear
don't vape, kids.
You hear the woman, or you hear the women on the stairs start laughing. Now you've done it. Now you've done it. And they look at you with anger and rage.
No.
Veruca.
What did I do? What did I do?
You scared Strahd bad enough to make him go take a nap. It's like, Mommy, she was mean to me. I'm gonna go hide in my bed now. That's what you did.
Selena, anything else? Or I think that's all your turn, right?
Yeah, that's it for my turn.
You got it. Veruca is up next, and immediately she takes some damage because she doesn't like sunlight either. Vampires do not like that. Veruca, like, runs down the steps and is going to actually run past Violetta into the room. So technically, Selena, if you have your reaction, you can use it to make an opportunity attack against this vampire if you choose to.
mean, would that just be a normal?
It'd be a normal attack roll with your longsword, but then you'd have used your reaction, so you wouldn't be able to use your reaction on anything else until your next turn. So it just depends on what you would like to do. You'll wait on it?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. She runs by, and now she's kind of like looking at Hazel as Hazel had that moment where that mist kind of went through, and she's just going to ferociously start attacking Hazel down here. Claw attack. With disadvantage, it's only a 13. I believe that's going to miss. Second one with disadvantage is going to be an 8. So she just comes at you and starts like clawing at you, and you're easily able to dodge out of the way from this vampire being bathed in sunlight. Orcon, the keeper of the sun.
Going to bonus action, allow myself to fly. Going
I'm a little overkill at this point, but I can dig it.
Come over, basically going the long way over by the fireplace to avoid everybody. And then I'm just going to do another sunbeam out my eyes right across the two in front of me.
Oh, no. Okay. So it's Constitution saves, right?
Yep.
All right, saving Constitution. They don't have disadvantage on these saving throws. It's only the attack rolls and ability checks. It's only a 13 on Veruca.
So that will fail.
And only a 14 on Violetta.
Yeah, that will fail. So they both take 22 points of radiant damage.
22 radiant damage. So you can hear their screams of pain as they're just engulfed in this radiant light and flame and sunlight. Ugh.
We got Cdom is redeemed a D6 inspiration.
Hey, Cdom, thanks a lot. A D6 gifted to you guys. So you guys are back up to 7 of those, which have been very helpful for you. All right, so the sun is just carving away at these vampires. Anything else, Orcon?
Nope.
Nope. You got it.
Actually, 20. If I remember, I think these ceilings are about 10 feet high. I'm just going to
yes.
fly to the ceiling.
Fly to the ceiling. Excellent.
Might be able to reach me to make it harder.
Aurora is in the sunlight, so she takes damage at the start of her turn. Rushes down the stairs. Actually, as she rushes down the stairs, she's gonna like hop over the railing here and like land next to Selena over here. And like just shouts at you, "Tell him to turn the lights out!" And then starts clawing at you. 19 to hit, Selena.
19 will hit.
19 will hit. You're going to take 11 slashing damage, and you are now considered grappled by Aurora. So she's like got you in her grasp. And then, as you're grappled, you see her fangs. She tries to bite into your neck.
Yikes.
Disadvantage. Wait a minute. No, you have to make a Constitution saving throw. It's different. They changed it. Uh-oh.
I didn't mean to hit
giving
that.
yourself exhaustion.
I
I'd be exhausted
I was trying
too.
to hit grapple, and it didn't work because I couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
So you have to make a Constitution saving throw, and yeah, you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
16?
16 is good enough. You are not going to. Let me see what it is. Yeah, you don't take anything. As you're able to kind of like, the bite just misses you completely as you're able to withstand it. Yeah, nope. So you don't take anything from that. Very good. Aurora's turn ends. Hazel, what would you like to do?
Hazel is very unhappy with everything, and as per usual, the squirrels and everything just burst out of her. But you guys notice that they have fangs as they try to
vampire squirrels in Barovia.
and Hazel will also like move up, just to be a little closer to everybody. to make sure. I can't get Aurora yet, but
Sure.
that'll do for now.
Yeah, you're in range of Veruca or Violetta by being there.
Yeah.
So they take, what's that, saving throws at Constitution?
Yes. Sorry, my brain is not here today. Yes.
So a 22 for Violetta.
She's fine.
And...
Oh wait, sorry, not Constitution. Sorry, Wisdom.
Oh, Wisdom.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll make this one for Veruca. Wisdom.
I read Concentration as Constitution.
Actually, they're both +3 anyway. So 17 and a 22.
Yeah, they succeed, so they'll take half.
Half damage on that one. Gotcha. As vampire
You're on mute.
squirrels.
Forrest
Yes?
was saying something, and I couldn't hear him.
Oh, okay,
Like
gotcha.
I could hear him in the room, but not out loud. It's a wisdom. It's an 18.
Yeah, so they. Oh, so one does fail.
Okay. I was like, you said +3 to both of them, and I was like, what?
Well, just because I made a Constitution save, I looked at it, and they're both +3. So I'm just.
Oh,
Gonna
that's
keep
what you meant.
the
Okay,
rolls.
I thought you meant
that's
that
what I meant.
there was
Yeah.
17 on top. Okay.
Yeah. Their Constitution wisdom saves are the same, so.
So it's 19 damage, and then half for
19.
whoever's half.
19 damage. Right.
And can I? Because I'm moving through forest, kind of. Hazel's just dumb, and is gonna try it anyway. When she moves up with her squirrels bursting out and attacking the vampires, she's gonna like slide almost on her stomach and grab Strahd's sword.
Okay. Sure.
And hold on to it. And I'll stay down there. That's fine. Like, I'll pull it close to me, and I'm fine taking the prone condition to have grab that without getting blocking forest or anything. Like,
yeah. So you're
He's
down on the
basically just
floor, crawling, doing the commando crawl, and grabbing this blade
just
down
like
there.
squirrels
Yeah.
like burst out of her back as she like crawled on the ground.
Immediately grasping that sword, Hazel, you start to hear these strange whispers in your mind.
That's fine. Hazel always hears strange whispers in her mind.
Yep. It's
What
just
are you
like
talking about? That's normal.
they're like incoherent, like you can't understand them, but it's like this strange, like sounds like whispers like flying by your ears of many different voices.
That's so
That's what the
normal to
squirrels
Hazel.
always sound like.
Yeah, that's what the squirrels sound like inside her head.
That's
all the time. This is fine.
I thought they'd be more high pitched whispers.
Right? Like,
No,
Calvin.
they're actually like a lower register in her head because they're in her head, so they're echoing because it's empty up there. It's fine.
Got baritone squirrels.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I love.
Echo.
That's right. Excellent. Does that end your turn, Hazel? Is now you have that blade.
Yeah, I'm just holding on to that. Like, I'll pull it tight to myself to protect it.
Mm-hmm.
And let my squirrels eat their faces.
You got it. Top of the round, odd.
I am gonna survey the battlefield here and see that Veruca needs to go.
No, she's a beautiful lady. Why would you do that to such a beautiful person?
Beautiful lady, my foot. At a 5th level, I'm down to one last 4th level slot. I'm trying to see how I
Just
can do
one?
this
All you
without
have is
hitting
one,
somebody else.
odd?
If I come over here, could I do a cone attack to hit Veruca and Violetta without hitting Hazel?
I don't.
I'm on the ground.
She is
I'm
prone.
laying on the ground.
She is prone.
You're standing and I'm on the ground.
Yep, because you chose to go prone. I'm gonna allow it to happen. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna do a 4th level spray of cards. It's gonna be a deck save from Veruca and Violetta.
Oh no. A
Okay.
dexterity saving throw for the first.
Vanity.
That's a 12 for Veruca.
Okay.
And dexterity for Violetta. She gets a 24 though.
All right. That's a. Can I get a DM reroll on that one?
I don't think so. I think that's a good one.
Alright.
I didn't. Nikki Rain spent her hard-earned promo chips on that DM
Earned it.
reroll, and I would feel very badly if I took that from her.
All right, so we're gonna do half damage on.
I see you, Nikki. I see you.
We're gonna do half damage on Violetta and full damage on Veruca. So we're looking at.
I don't want to take any damage. I don't think you should
Oh.
do that. Oh,
We're doing 24 on Veruca and 12 on Violetta.
force damage. Ouch. 8
Yeah,
force damage.
I hate force damage too. Sometimes it just gotta happen. And
Your lack of faith
Now-
is disturbing.
now I'm going to do a master tactics against Veruca, so the next person to attack them gets advantage.
Next person to attack Veruca gets advantage.
Veruca specifically, because
No, Veruca's looking very bad. You don't like Veruca?
No, it's just I don't know. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well. It kind of sounds like a clothing brand. And before the end of my turn, I'm gonna look down at one of these fanged squirrels and be like, "Hey, little guy." And he's gonna look up at me and in that baritone voice, "What's up?"
Yeah, it's the one vampire squirrel that's not like attacking everybody else. It's just kind of like chilling there, letting everybody else do all the work. Yes. I
I've
love
been
it.
going through a lot.
Yes, that's right. Fantastic. Anything else on? Is that it?
No, that'll do me.
All right, you got it. Forest. That brings us up to you.
Well, I will have moved my Vow of Enmity onto Violetta here. So I
Okay.
can transfer it when my target hits 0. So I'll make 2 attacks. 29.
29 indeed.
18 from that.
18
And,
radiant damage.
I'll use a charge of that charm we got to deal a D8 of
Additional radiant damage. Okay.
6 more.
6. Additional 6. Violetta's looking very, very bad.
Damn it. I guess I'll make another attack.
Indeed, that's going to hit as well.
Another 18.
18. And as you carve through, you see Violetta start to burn away as your radiant energy kind of zaps down through her, kind of like in the movie Blade when the vampires kind of burn up. You see Violetta burn and start to turn to ash as she falls to the ground as just a pile.
Let's see. I think Selena took a good bit of damage there, so as my bonus action, I will use my Celestial Warlock Healing Light to heal her for 5d6.
5d6. Healing coming your way, Selena. Let's see how Forrest rolls this up.
13 hit.
13 hit points back, Selena.
Yo.
Any other action or anything else that you have left to do there, Forrest?
That'd be action and bonus, so I think I'm good. Oh, my Vow would have moved on to Veruca after.
Veruca moving.
healing.
What? It just moves automatically. You don't have to expend bonus action or anything to move it.
Nope, just
Nope.
my target has to hit 0.
Got it. Selena, that brings us back to you. You are currently grappled by Aurora, who's viciously trying to gnaw on your neck.
Selena's going to try and like stab her
Okay, sure.
with her flame sword.
You got it. I don't think grappled gives you any disadvantages, so I think you have to be
I think it does,
restrained.
but only if you're hitting someone that's
Only
not
if you're hitting
grappling you.
somebody else, yeah. So yeah, 26 hits.
16.
16. You just turn around and just put the sword right into her stomach. She
Throwing it
screams in
behind
pain.
her, like,
That's right. 16 damage, exactly. Look at that.
Me, stop doing that. And she's gonna try and take another dab at her.
Oh, gosh, Selena has been brutal here in Barovia. Jeez.
I have no clue what the. I think it's 15 total.
No,
That should be
27 total.
You add them together.
27 points of damage. She's still in the game. She's definitely bloodied.
She's gonna take one more.
Ugh.
Selena just doesn't want to mess
Brings
with
the
the
sword
vampires.
back out, puts it back in, takes it back out, slashes it back in.
And I don't think a 14 is gonna do it.
14 is not. You can spend resources if you'd like. You guys have like 9 proficiency bonuses, 7 d6s. This guy's got a lot up there. Chat's been very generous to all of you.
I'm actually gonna use one of my maneuvers.
Oh.
Precision attack. When I miss with an attack roll, I can expend a dice and add it to the attack roll.
Oh!
I need to add that.
And
A
that
17?
turns it into a hit. Yes. Well done. And I think you can add that to, do you add that 3 to the damage as well with the superiority die? Does that work? Yeah, I think so.
Most of them do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most do. There's a couple that
This
don't for
one
some reason. Because...
Just says add to the attack roll. It doesn't
Oh, it doesn't
specifically,
specifically
say
say.
to the damage.
The precision attack?
Precision
Yes.
attack, yeah. There are a couple. It just says attack roll. Yeah, I think it's because you used it on the attack roll, it doesn't kind of carry over to the damage.
It is effectively
But-
adding damage by making a miss into a hit.
Yeah. And 21 points of it, which is ridiculous. She is very badly hurt, but still standing.
She's going to end her turn there, but be very pissed that she's still kind of stuck.
Yep, and
Do I need-
Aurora's just trying to hold on desperately to you as you're just stabbing relentlessly up through the gut.
Do I need to make another saving throw?
In order to get out of grappled, you have to use your action to try to escape.
Okay. So I might try that.
I
next
apologize. I should have.
Or stab it until it's dead.
Or stab her until she's dead. That usually helps too.
time. I was
think
going for thinking that would
in
just be
general,
enough.
Forced movement can also get you out, like if you use like a pushing kind of attack.
I think like I think there's like that's a kind of like a DM call on some of that. Like if somebody has you, you can like usually I do like some kind of saving throw on that. See if
Unless it's
Just
like
to make
something
it fair.
really big, I'd imagine.
yeah. Veruca burns up at the beginning of her round because of the sunlight,
Make
and
a
you see
save
the
against
flames.
squirrels.
She won't have a chance because she is dead. And just a pile of burning ash on the floor. Orcon, you're up.
Just gonna look down at Hazel on the floor. I wonder where she went. And then we'll fly over next to, fly down over next to Selena.
Mhm.
Just stick my head around the corner and release another sunbeam, because cost me 4 days.
That's true. Constitution save. Here it comes.
So that'll
11.
fail. And that is 34 points of radiant.
Of radiant sunlight damage to someone who had 6 hit points. So as the radiant damage comes down, you can hear her scream. It's like one of those like cartoon moments where the sunlight completely engulfs her, and you can just see these kind of like a black like outline of what she looks like inside the radiance. And as the radiance kind of moves on from her, you see just a pile of ash, and Selena is standing there, freed from the grapple. And these two double doors to the front of the house swing open with a creak.
I go over and push the chair out of the way.
You do.
I got
Excellent.
Selena. She's gone.
Hazel stands up with the sword in her hand and just
Mhm.
looks up the winding staircase and yells up for Sarasunda.
You see Sarasanda walking down the steps. Slowly. Kind of dragging the longsword down each step as she's walking. And you can see that the invisibility must have worked wonders. Because it doesn't look like she's been touched. But she has blood kind of all over her as she's stepping down the steps. And she has in her hand a white, almost ceramic-looking mask in the other hand.
Oh, see, you had a bit of fun.
So,
Doors are open.
Red is not your color.
Is any of that yours?
No.
Referring to the blood.
She looks over towards Orkon, who is still a beaming sunbeam, I guess.
It's probably been almost a minute with her coming down and everything, so.
Yep. Sarasana kind of looks over at you and says, "You know, I don't think I would have needed it.
But was it
But-
fun?
I appreciate that."
I just give a little nod.
In the meanwhile, Strahd has run off on us here. We should probably not be here when he gets back to his usual self.
Hazel,
No,
with
that's fine.
Strahd's sword in her hand, skips out the front doors.
Skips joyfully. Finally, we're out of here.
I don't
Yeah,
know why
we're
it's
all
still
sitting
prone,
here.
but
Oh yeah, you
Still
got.
work.
Yeah, I got your
I'm
prone mark.
running away.
Oh, I'm trying to take it off, but
I stopped
keep
moving.
moving. Yeah. There you go. Yep, no longer prone.
And Hazel skips outside with
You
the
guys skip
sword.
outside. Sarasanda follows you guys as you guys move outside of Death House. I'm gonna take our
And off
Twitch
into
chat
the
out of
abyss.
the map there, out into the abyss. Yeah, and as you walk out, you walk right out, back out onto the street, in Barovia.
Are those
No
kids
more
out
weird
here?
mist.
The kids are not. If you guys remember right, you guys had gave the kids are at the neighbor's house.
Oh, that's right.
You guys left the children with the neighbor.
My summoned steed still out here.
Yes, it's waiting patiently for you, Forrest.
Good.
Perhaps we should make haste so we don't have to
Yeah.
see the children.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I'd rather not explain all of that to a couple of kids.
Hazel puts, just casually as she does, because she has no boundaries with anybody, goes over to Selena and just opens her bag and puts Strahd's sword in it. And then
Okay.
just pats it shut, smiles.
Okay.
Time to go home.
Selena
Look
looks up
over.
at her and asks, "Did you want to put the dolls in here too, or are you holding on to them?"
Yeah, and I
May
drop all
I
the dolls.
object? Can I have the tabaxi one of myself?
I never took your doll. You had your doll.
No, I didn't take
He
that
has.
one. I took
He had it.
mine.
Yeah,
There
there
were
was a
two of
different
his.
one. There were two.
Oh,
There was
okay.
2 odds.
Yeah, if he wants his doll, he
Mhm.
can have his doll. Hazel just grabbed
Yeah.
them all because it creeped her out to have. It creeped her out / intrigued
So-
her to have copies of her friends in doll form, so she just didn't want them in this house.
Before we depart, I leave the tabaxi child doll at the foot of the doorstep for the neighbor's house for the
Oh,
kids.
Okay. Cool. So you see Odd kind of resting the tabaxi doll down there at the foot of the stairs that lead up to the front door of this place. And Sarasanda kind of looks at all of you and says, you did it. Now you just gotta get out of here before anything else bad happens.
Yes, knowing God is a vampire, he will be back. We shouldn't be here when he gets back.
I gotta say that I thought I would feel better. But it's difficult to explain. It's like a piece of me is
Important
gone
part
that I
is-
will never get back.
The important part is that you keep moving forward. What's done is done. Can't look back now.
Make a persuasion check for me, Odd.
Do you really want a persuasion check from a bard?
I indeed want a persuasion check from a bard.
23.
Yeah.
You know, you can be a little strange at times, but you do have a kind way about you. Don't forget that.
Yeah. I kind of picked it up from somebody else.
And she kind of looks over her shoulder towards the other side. And, well, if you excuse me, I need to get back to place a report.
Jolly good.
Matthew looked like he was trying to talk. I didn't know if he was muted. Okay, gotcha. I didn't.
Keeping that sort of nodding. And...
Well, we best be on our way. I don't have much left in me.
Perhaps when all of your adventuring is done, look into, almost Inquisition. We've always looking for new members.
As scenic as this place is.
Well, think about it anyway. And she picks up that ceramic mask that she was like holding in her hands and takes it and just kind of casts it aside. It hits the ground and you can see pieces of it kind of break. Then she turns on one foot, starts walking in the opposite direction of you guys.
Well, if we're ready to go, I have a certain item that needs to be appraised for sale. And I pull out my little new sickle and I start slashing it in the air wildly because I know no responsibility.
Oh god.
There's also that rather nice short sword we found in there. Although I imagine
We can walk and talk. Hazel's like,
walk and talk. Yes, he's pushing everybody along.
The squirrels are starting to scatter around her friends and usher them like herding dogs.
Very good.
yes, I'm coming. You don't have to make the squirrels push me. I'm coming.
Yes, I do. Let's go.
Let's go, Alvin, Theodore, and Simon. Let's throw out.
Odds starting to name all of your vampire squirrels.
They start singing a little song. Coming. Yeah.
There you go. That's right.
All better. As we go down the street.
It seems fitting.
Back to where we came.
Yeah, you guys make your way back to the edge of the mist. And you're pretty sure that you're able to guide yourselves to this location. And by walking, you kind of walk a little bit to the edge of the mist, and you can start seeing the fog emerge around you. But then you get that sense of that sense of weightlessness and the lightness off your feet. As your next step, you step back into the sanctum, the brightly lit area in Sigil, where you're back with the Wizards 3. And I'm going to grab all your tokens. Why am I missing one? Oh, Odd's main token was on top of his other token.
Forrest was given all the...
Can the image come through the teleportation?
Can it go through the teleport? I think it will.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Eventually, I'm
That's
just
interesting.
Set it somewhere permanently.
Just have it
You
walk in a
can't
direction
physically
endlessly.
interact with things, right?
I'm gonna have him stand
It can't
guard
physically react to
inside.
things?
Well, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it
No,
might not
okay.
be able to go. Yeah. Move party ribbon here. So here is the sanctum. I still have all your tokens in here from before. So you guys...
Oh, it's a different set of tokens.
Is it a different set? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll get rid of these and I'll put the new ones out. So just give me a second.
Oh,
You've
no,
disappeared.
we're disappearing.
You're gone.
I'm blind.
There you go. There's your new tokens. Except for Major Image guy, he's gone.
I know. Energy. I thought
you
of
guys
his
have-
name so hard.
That plays
Standing at the forest, like,
let's do this one.
Never go back there again, please. And she goes and plops on the couch.
Orkan's gonna follow over. Mind if I take a look at the sword that we brought back? I can take a moment to see whether or not it's magic.
Which one?
Oh, the one that Hazel put in your bag, the big one from Lord Pointy Tooth.
I'd be
Okay.
incredibly surprised if it wasn't.
Because I also have a mysterious short sword.
Hazel, as they're talking,
I can check
About-
both.
as they're talking about the swords, Hazel
Mhm.
just goes, the big one from Pointy Teeth Man talks in your head. Sounds like a weird uncle I knew at once upon a time. It's a little not unclear. Just don't listen to it, okay? And then
The
just
uncle or
turns to
the
Morning
sword?
Kanan and holds out the next rod piece like it's normal.
Oh, great! You found it. You were able to retrieve it and return safely. How did you get back?
We walked
the-
into the mist and then we were here.
Oh, the
That's all I
portal
know.
actually worked. And he looks over at Illustrial, and Illustrial's like, just shrugs and smiles.
You didn't think it was gonna work.
Well, at the time we weren't 100%, but I was pretty much 95.99% sure that it was going to work. The magic of the portal is quite extensive.
I pull out my inkwell and I throw it at him.
Well, that wasn't Morning Kanan. That was Illustrial who said that. So you're throwing your
I
inkwell,
throwing
Illustrial? Okay, excuse me. I'm sorry. I was just... Barovia's a little different.
Yeah, you sent us to a strange place with maybe no way of getting back.
I provided you with a means. You asked for a means.
And Hazel will
Right.
turn and look at Forrest.
Tasha's over there on the couch just kind of
Everything
giggling.
works out.
She's... Yeah, it's all... And Tasha's like, it all worked out in the end. Got the rod piece. It's amazing. So what else are you guys doing?
I'm identifying the two swords, the
yeah.
Strahd sword and the mysterious short sword.
I kept a list. of
The
everything.
minute you get those swords out, you see 3 mages kind of look over to you. Where did you get that?
Which one?
And they kind of point to that really regal, majestic-looking one.
Oh, when we killed Strahd.
had it. Well, when we disabled Strahd, he's most likely still.
We turned him to smoke.
Selena turned
Vampires
him.
do that. Then they reform.
Selena turned him to smoke. Let's be very, very clear about this.
She's
It
gonna
was a
be
group
like,
effort.
Selena turned him to smoke.
Lustral kind of looks at Selena and is like, that is very impressive. Well done.
it's all thanks to the sword Tasha lent us. I just was wielding it. And she puts her head back down and be like, oh, I'm so tired.
You
Any
can
idea
see
what
like
it is?
so what exactly are you doing with it, Orkan, in this moment?
I'm casting Identify.
Identify. Which one are you casting Identify on?
Well, I'm going to do both of them, but we're starting with the Strahd sword.
Starting with the Strahd sword.
Hazel said
Okay.
that one talks to you, so.
Let me find that again really quick. Okay. So read Identify for me real quick, Matthew. Just I want to make sure that I've got the verbiage right to make sure that I don't know if I am doing this right.
So, touch an object through the spell's casting. If the object is a magic item or some other magical object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement and how many charges it has, if any. You learn
Okay.
whether any ongoing spells are affecting it and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn the spell's name.
Okay.
If I touch a creature throughout the casting, I learn which ongoing spells, if any, are currently affecting.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Toxin might be a lie.
You have found a very powerful magical sword. This indeed is a wondrous item, an artifact that requires attunement. Some of its properties are the following. It grants you a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. It scores critical hits on a 19 or 20 and deals an extra 2d10 slashing damage to undead creatures.
Appears to be quite a holy weapon.
It also has some properties. And you have to forgive me on this, because I had it prepared, but I really, as I'm looking at this, I did not select the spell. It currently has the ability to cast within itself a 5th level spell that I will add to it later. There was also something about it that gives you a very eerie feeling by casting Identify on this weapon. Something that makes your heart feel cold.
Okay. So Orcon will relay that to the group. And specifically that something about it just isn't quite right.
What type of sword is it?
It's a long sword. So it could be wielded with 1 or 2 hands.
If you don't get a good feeling about it, I would not attune it, considering who it came from.
But at the same point, it does additional damage to creatures like it.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it was...
But I lost.
We might want to have somebody else look at this too.
I mean, there are 3 archmages in the tower. You can ask their opinions about it.
Well, 4, but
You'll get there.
Go back and play your tuba.
I shall. Thank you.
Coming from upstairs.
And then we'll do the same thing on the mysterious short sword.
Yeah, the mysterious short sword. Yeah, let me go ahead and grab that real quick. Wasn't there? It's in here. Where did you find that thing?
D25 chest.
Nice. That's simply a +2 short sword.
Still pretty good.
So it's a short sword that gives you a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. It also carries the same Vex property. So if you have those weapon masteries with short swords, you can apply those.
We also had various, like, gems and things to sell, like the silverware.
I forgot about the silverware.
There's those 3 black books that we found.
We're not a proud set of adventurers. We're just barely scraping by.
That eye patch had a gem in it. I think a peridot.
Yeah.
Indeed it
Had
did.
it written down as 3 pieces of jade. And that obsidian and chalcedony chest set.
Yeah. So as you're kind of going through all this, I'll just go ahead and give you guys numbers. for this to apply to it is, you're kind of like talking to Alestral and stuff, and she kind of gives you an idea of what these things would be, and she like they've been willing, like if you don't want to take the time to go and sell these, they buy them off of you and keep them for themselves, or they decide to take them out and then sell them for their actual cost. The chest set with pieces made of obsidian, that's worth 250 gold pieces. That black eye patch with the peridot, if nobody wants to wear it, it's worth 500 gold pieces. Pretty nice gemstone. The 3 pieces of cut jade are worth 100 gold pieces apiece. And I think you guys had that bag of human skin that had 110 gold and 60 silver in it. I think you guys already got that coin amount. Yeah.
And what about the silver and crystal ware?
Silver and crystal ware. I'll say you guys will get about 1,000 gold for all the silverware you bagged.
Okay.
Because there's probably an antique collector out there that's like, whoa, where did you get this? I haven't seen this before.
The 3 like black-clad journals or whatever they were.
Yeah. Let me see what we got there.
Oh yeah, from that hidden room.
Yeah, you guys found that secret chamber. Those books.
Where I tried to trap Odd in there with the booby trap.
That's right. Odd got poisoned. Let's see. These books.
They were journals.
Yeah, now they're blank. They're blank books,
they're blank.
So they don't have anything inside them. They have black leather covers. They're worth 25 gold pieces each, but anybody could use one as kind of like a character notebook or whatever, that if your character wanted to carry it around. Or
I mean, Selena's always taking down signatures and things. She's got to be running out of space by now.
Be kind of a role play toy or tool if you wanted it to be that, Came from a pretty dark room, though.
Which Selena also has all those books, or not all of them.
Yeah.
But
There were also 3 spell scrolls that we haven't found out.
Oh, yeah. There are 3 spell scrolls. What I'll say is, like, I'm assuming that you guys are going to take rest here, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what those things are, so that we don't have to. I don't forget to do it. The 3 spell scrolls are for Bless, Protection from Poison, and Spiritual Weapon. Those are the 3 spell scrolls that you guys found.
I think anyone of us can even use a spiritual weapon scroll.
That's a first, a second, and a second. Not sure how much spell scrolls are worth anymore. I think it's based off of the spell level.
the rarity or the spell level.
Yeah. Spell scroll. Firsts are common, seconds are uncommon. That'll be in Dungeon Master Guide. Magic items.
Okay, so if we sold the silverware, the eye pack, the pieces of jade, and the chest set, with the actual gold we found, we could split it up into 432 gold pieces.
Each?
Each.
Not bad.
Does everyone want to sell everything that he just listed?
I did not count the books in that.
The
Yeah,
spell
not books, not the
scrolls, the scrolls, the scroll of bless will cash you in about 100 gold pieces. The other two scrolls are worth 400 each.
I say we keep those for now, honestly.
Can any of us use them?
I don't think we can use a spiritual weapon.
It's not just that. Would we even remember to use them? Like, we have a bunch of inspirations and proficiency bonuses that we kind of just overlook all the time as well.
Yeah,
So,
like, if we need a bless, I'll just cast bless. Quite honestly. concentration is usually used on other things.
Did they I don't mean to interrupt, but did they change the rules of spell scrolls and the usage of them in the new rules? I haven't read through.
I think they did.
I think
Because
for
it used to be
most
you
part-
had to be able to cast this, or it had to be on your spell
It
list.
had to be on your spell list.
But I don't know if they kept. I don't know if they kept that because I hadn't
I'm
looked at
pretty
it.
sure they did,
but-
except that there's like that one rogue archetype that can do it. As,
They can do it?
a
Okay.
magic action.
If the spell is on your class's spell list, but of a higher level and you can normally cast, you must make an ability check. Yeah, it seems that it's all about being on your
Seems
list.
right on your list. Got it. Okay.
You know.
Yeah, it still has that verbiage in it. It looks like.
I'm up
Yeah.
for whatever everyone wants to do. Party vote on loot.
We can keep the scrolls for a little while and sell the other stuff. Is Selena's thoughts on it?
Yeah, I'm fine with just selling the scrolls, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we have to have them on our lists, none of us really use those spells, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
more money to go around for.
That'd be another 900.
900 divided by 5.
180.
Who
Yeah.
gave the rod piece to Mordenkainen when you guys walked in?
Hazel did.
Hazel.
Okay. Hazel, I did want to mention this because it says so in the text that the character senses. So you would have sensed this. The fifth piece of the rod, where this is guiding you to, is located near a massive magical tree. You get this sense in your mind of this massive tree that reaches up almost to the heavens. In a region called the Northern Daragard Mountains. You're not sure why that name resonates with you, but you sense this. But the exact spot seems a little indirect, as if there's yet another thing in the way from guiding you directly to the next location. But you feel that this next piece of the rod is on the war-torn world of Kryn.
Okay. Fine. Hazel would have mentioned any senses she got to Mordenkainen. But she's kind of like spaced out a little bit because she has something she wants to do and getting feelings from objects. She doesn't know what to do with that. She doesn't know what that means.
Okay. You got it. So you guys have a little time here within this rest. Is there anything like that you guys yourselves? We got a little bit of time here if you wanted to role play anything out between your characters. If there was anything else you guys wanted to decide upon, Hazel, if you wanted to, because you got that sense, but none of your other party members would have had that sense, and they wouldn't.
So-
They'd be kind of unsure of the information that you felt.
So, quick for me. Can you spell the mountains again for me? I want to make sure I have it right in my notes.
Yeah, I'll copy and paste it into
Okay.
the Roll20 chat,
Thank
so
you.
that way you'll have them. Sure.
I just want to have everything correct so that the notes.
There's what they have actually in the text. Can you see
Okay.
that, or is it whispering
Yes.
to my? Okay.
I see it. And what country? Yeah.
Kryn.
Kryn.
Krynn. That's right.
Okay.
The
great.
world of Dragonlance. Matthew's favorite setting in the world.
So
The player has a pretty good idea where we're going with based
So-
on the description.
Hazel will this morning Kanan kind of like muttering about the tree more than anything.
Tree.
and then just lets the rod piece go, lets him go do what he has to do. And she'll tell the party, and she'll look at everyone else who's like handed off a rod piece before, and ask them if they've ever gotten like a strong sense from it before handing it over. She's a little confused right now.
I mean, there's been a vague sense of the next place we're going to, yes. Although it's a little different with the most recent one for Barovia. So shrouded.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems it's been fairly similar, each one. When I was following the one through the giant robot, we didn't really have a good direction.
I guess I'm just thrown off by places that I've never been being in my brain. People and voices are fine. That's fine. It's things I've never seen before that I'm not intentionally looking for or trying to see. Little strange in my head. I think I'm just tired though.
Oh, and I did want to say, during this rest, you guys would also have found that the 4th piece of the Rod of 7 Parts allows you to cast the 7th level spell Regenerate. That's its magical spell that it contains. Unfortunately, Strahd and his friends didn't get to utilize it because, unfortunately, you took it, and they naturally can regenerate, but sunlight makes it so they can't.
Oh no, I'm so sad for that.
I do have something Hazel wants to roleplay out really quick.
Sure.
Unless someone else has something else to do. I feel like I've been talking.
Orkon is just going to spend a little time with that sword at some point when people aren't paying attention, because curious about that weird feeling he got.
Okay.
Yes, I wanted to bring up the sword as well. I know there's something we don't know about it, but kind of impossible to deny that it is powerful. I'm willing to take that risk if it's okay with everybody else.
I was attempting to do that without anyone noticing.
Well, this is a long sword, and it is kind of my weapon of choice.
We'll pick it up and toss it over to him.
I'm going to grab it.
Okay. Yeah, you have the sword in your hand, yeah.
Unless anyone has any objections.
Take off all your armor, please, just in case you go evil. It'll be easier for us to stab you.
That. If it says mean
fair
things.
Points. You have noticed it's not the easiest.
Yeah.
Gonna hold a little sheet to him.
I just keep seeing Odd's token running back and forth.
Yeah, Odd's just running around. He's
making me laugh.
Yeah.
He's probably got his tuba and he's doing like a little marching band routine.
So yeah, Odd's gonna take a level of exhaustion because I'm not gonna take a long rest.
You're not gonna take a long rest?
Nah.
Okay. Sure. You guys see Landro is actually down by the plants and has a watering bucket, and he's watering all the plants down here at the bottom.
Landro.
Lustrio's taught me all about these plants.
So it's good to be helpful where one can.
As we're all like winding down and like getting to that point that we do here as we rest here, or in Odd's case, not rest here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Hazel's gonna go over to Orcon really quick
Okay.
and just tap him on the shoulder and talk to him. Not secretly, but like it's a conversation between us. Kind of thing. I have a thing I want to try.
Oh, this
But
ought to be good. How can I help?
Make sure I don't get stuck in my brain. And also your permission to do it. I think
Granted on both.
I want to try to check in on your family.
Oh,
That feels a bit intrusive, which is why I'm asking. And normally I would just take your automatic permission and do what I want, but I understand this is sensitive. So again, I ask if that's okay.
wrong button. You probably know him well enough that you can see that just momentarily this catch on the face, like, but of course.
I just want to make sure they're okay. That's all. Help us both sleep tonight.
It's appreciated.
And Hazel's going to get cozy on like the floor cushions where she usually sleeps. And we'll use Walker in Dreams. And is going to scry without on Orcon's wife. So I've seen the picture of her, I know her name, I know who she is in a very rough sense, so I should be able to connect to her.
And I just want to ask, and I can't remember her name, is our marketplace liaison present?
Oh, she is. Yeah, she's just been kind of quiet.
Yeah, her token doesn't show her name for some reason.
Oh, it's not showing her name on your screen?
Not on ours, no.
I'll try to fix it for you.
But
now you
Morgan's not
should
gonna
be able to see it.
or just sort of.
Did that work?
Yep.
Okay.
Milena, that's what it was.
Milena, that's it. Yep.
We hadn't seen
Sorry
her in
about
a few sessions.
Yeah.
That's it. Morgan's gonna look over. Just in his own, just wondering. She said interesting.
So you're going to cast that scrying here? Okay. Here's what we will do. As you sit down and begin to cast, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. Because I need to do more communication with Matthew before we before we let this all unleash.
Yeah. I sent you the note a while back, but then we haven't taken proper break.
I want to make sure that we get all the information straight between characters to make sure everything's good before I go ahead and just make it all up out of my butt. So I'm gonna try that. But I will say this. So we're prepped for next time. The minute you guys take, I'm just gonna say this: no matter if you take a long rest or not, you guys level up. So you guys are level 15
now. Yeah, 15. 15
So congratulations, everybody! You made it to level 15.
Yay, level 18.
Wow! So you guys can decide how it is you choose to level up your characters as you move along. I'm not sure what level 15 gives everybody. I don't know if it's something big or something small.
An ulcer.
An ulcer. I have another important question that I want to ask. In the meantime, between these two episodes, Forrest, you have that sword. Are you choosing to use your rest to attune to that sword?
Yes.
Okay.
Without his armor on.
Without his armor
No
on.
armor.
I will
Make
then
easy for us.
move over this information to not be hidden anymore. Let me edit it. And I will copy and paste it back. Now, I'm gonna have to double check this later, but because I don't know if some of it might have changed. But I don't think it has. But I'll have to check. Let's save changes. You have the legendary sword of Kos.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't know why Strahd had that, but all right.
And I will tell you this. I don't think it's in here because I think
It should at least be in the module.
No.
I don't know if it's in the new DMG or not.
This is not updated to what I rolled up some of these from a different table that wasn't in the book. So it's while attuned, you cannot be charmed or frightened. It's just impossible. You have a 5th level spell, which I have to find, so I'm gonna put that off there. While attuned, all food smells and tastes like blood.
Unpleasant.
Also, you have, unfortunately, a long-term madness of extreme paranoia. Its mechanical effect is you have disadvantage on all wisdom and charisma checks.
What could possibly go wrong?
And Forrest, you're going to have to start role-playing as if you have extreme paranoia.
I will try.
So
you may have to remind me.
You got it.
I
So
don't
you
like
went
this.
from 99% not charmable and frightenable to 100%.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
That's true.
It was
Hey,
very difficult just based on saving
That's
throws,
great.
but yes.
Great. Totally worth it. Doom.
So I will make sure I will read through this and make sure everything is correct from what I have, because I had to. Some of it was like I had to like roll for it and adapt it based on what was in the book. So.
Oh yeah, I see. Because it's like you
get like
random
these
properties.
random
Yeah,
properties
yeah.
that I those were those things that I just like listed to you. So I'll make sure that those are correct. And
Does it also have these other spells it always has, or just the 5th level one you were talking about?
let me double check the new book,
Mm.
because unfortunately the Roll20 has the old rules in it. So
Yeah,
and
I'm looking at the.
I'm hoping that they will
24 version.
update this. I'm hoping they'll update it to the new rules, but I just don't know how long that's going to take. So yes,
All right.
the Sword of Kos. I'll change the name of it now, so that way you guys can see it in the title there. Well done, my friends.
It's
And
been
with-
a epic evening.
A lot of epicness.
Like the sword.
Mm-hmm. So for those of you that are watching with us on YouTube, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. We'll see you all very soon.